for this 30-day series about building confidence, creating that unshakable inner congruence inside out. So when we're building confidence, we're always looking at unconventional ways of doing that because we want them to work. This whole thought of mental mindsets and structures that are frozen in time, if you will, stuck in place, and they don't actually meld and flow like confidence does. So creating that inner strength begins with, we're going to be doing, and what we are doing is kindness. Kindness, one act of kindness every single day that is from your heart space into your community, your family, your friends, your environment, whatever that act of kindness is, that's what we're here to do. Hello, welcome in. And the key is that kindness is not attached to the outcomes, right? We're doing an act of kindness to have a specific shift within ourselves that builds that inner stability, that confidence within. People who are confident have that alignment, that knowing within. When we're doing acts of kindness, we're aligning to the laws of one, this unity consciousness, right? So welcome to building inner confidence. It is a fun ride. Today, the topic is cleaning things up. And when we are cleaning things up, what does that mean? So for me, and I actually went through this rabbit hole right before getting on this live, is that I have always looked at the years not in the calendar time differently. I don't know why that is, just intuitively. I have always structured my reflections and my time starting in September, October. Some people go into spring cleaning. I go into winter cleansing, right? Purging. And how do I do this? Well, first, I like to clean things up. So if you have, and this is before you even start writing, if you're into goal writing or intention setting, you'll want to clean up messes. So these are messes that occur in your relationships. It could be personal relationships. It could be a romantic relationship. It could be within your family. It could be with coworkers. What you want to do is look where you have to clean things up for yourself. Identify persons, places, situations that need cleaning up. And that could be that you were misunderstood. It could mean that you made a mistake. And I talked about this yesterday in the live, where I went back to a friend that I've known for, a long time, over 20 years. And I had done something that was unkind, and it severed the relationship for a period. And then I went back to her and I asked if I could have a conversation too. And this came during the time of cleaning things up. So not all endings have to be endings if you can clean them up and you take full personal responsibility. Okay, so yesterday's talk, I talked about personal responsibility, and that's a huge part of being a confident person, is that you are taking full responsibility. So if you want some cool exercises that you could do, that was in yesterday's live. Today we're talking about cleaning things up. And I started the story over there, and I'm going to bring it back into this session because it is worthy of its own stream. Why? Because so many people try to move on. And I talked about this yesterday. People just want to move on. They just want to get through it. And they don't clean up their messes. And if you are trying to get through something and you haven't cleaned something up, you're still going to have the mess, number one. Number two, it's going to be dirty. So just think of it as debris, dust, residue. There's an imprint in your field. It's your responsibility, which is yesterday's topic, to clean it up. Now, if you just move forward, let's just say there was a strife or struggle something in a relationship, whether you're a family or a friend, that maybe some things happened that did not feel good. Maybe they were misinterpreted, maybe they weren't. And on your end, you want to clean things up. So does that always mean you have to talk to the person? No. But if you can and you're willing to, you might learn something more about yourself. So clean up your relationships. Go back to the person and say, you know what? I understand we may not have a relationship moving forward, and I understand that that's what it is. But I am willing to take full responsibility for the things I said. And in hindsight, I wish I didn't say it the way I said it, or say what I said, or I just want to apologize for any harsh feelings. And when you do that, you open up potentials for new things to be created. Now, so many people get stuck in their ego and they do not rectify their mistakes. And that is unfortunate, because we are here to evolve, and we can't evolve without correction. And many of us need to make some corrections. So cleaning things up will make you more confident, because you will be clearing. Just think of it as like a dusting off your energy field when you're cleaning things up. And by the way, you will have greater increased awareness. And when you have increased awareness, that means that your soul can evolve beyond the problem that you created, because everything is a co-creation. So even though you think somebody might be to blame for a situation, if you're taking full responsibility, which is what confident people do, then you get to adjust and change. Okay, so I see that you're here. Hello, Satnam, good to see you. So cleaning things up in relationships means taking responsibility for your perceptions, your experience, your role that you had in a situation. That doesn't mean that you change how they are seeing you, okay? Your job is not to work on how they perceived and correct them. Your job is to just take full responsibility for your mistakes and or misunderstandings that you may have had, to clean things up. Hello, good to see you, MSR. Okay, so that's relationships. Then you have your home stuff. The way I like to clean things up is I pretty much look at my life, and I have a wheel of my life, and I look at it every quarter. And you know, September, October is when we're getting closer to the end of the year, and I'm looking at where my focuses have been, where I need to adjust, where do I need to shift. So this is an opportunity to look at not just your relationships, but your career. Where do things need to be cleaned up and readjusted? Hi, Mick. Good to see you. I'm kind of taking off from yesterday's live, Mick, where I talked about cleaning up relationships. We talked about that a little bit. Hey, Mark. Good to see you. I'm in California too, and it is hot today. It's like summer today. Okay. And by the way, since the government shut down, there is our skies are so clear, no chemtrails, no anything. It's just clear skies. Okay, thanks, Mark, for being here. Okay, so we're also talking about cleaning up. Okay, I was going on to cleaning up like your career and adjusting. So many people at work have had messiness in their jobs. Sometimes that's referred to as gossiping. Sometimes that's referred to backstabbing. Sometimes people get fired or cut off, or contracts end, or they move on, and you didn't get to clean up the relationship. This is an opportunity to correct that. So even if it happened many years ago, if it happened last year, Don't be the one who doesn't leave things unclean. At least on your end, get it corrected within. If there were things that were left unspoken that need to be spoken, write it down. Maybe you share it with a person, maybe you don't, but get it out so you can process it, okay? So that's what you could do with aspects at work, with cleaning things up. The other thing is also just clean up your desk space. Is your desk space functional for how you want to be perceived? Meaning, I used to have a client, oh my goodness, this woman, she used so many sticky notes. She had a sticky note for everything. And of course, she was perceived as highly unorganized, very dysfunctional. Even though she was very capable and high functioning in her role, the perception is nobody trusted her. Now, she was also a woman in a predominantly male-dominated field, and she was the one that was really in charge of the purse strings. So her credibility was on the line. And so she was directed to work with me to help clean up how people perceived her. And, that can be done with just simply looking at, is this projection? Is this what I want to project to the world? Is this going to allow people to perceive me how I am aligned? So the fact that she was competent was not enough. It needed to be perceived as clear, right? Because she was working with numbers, and I do think that she got a lot more attention because she had so much more power than the vast majority of her executives. It was perceived power anyways. I wish I was there. I'd be at the beach. Mick, at the beach yesterday, there was a helicopter that just dropped out of the sky. Look, you can look it up on Huntington Beach, California, helicopter. It was like flying, they were doing something, and then all of a sudden it spun out. People were saved by the palm trees, because we do have lots of palm trees by the beach. Anyway, so it is important to clean up those work relationships. Yeah, it was pretty, wow. I heard all the sirens. I wasn't at the beach, but I heard them. I'm a couple miles from where that happened, but they were doing some kind of car show. Anyway, so I have my specific areas that I need to clean up that have been like huge on my list for years. So today I committed to doing one thing to clean up, to move forward, to clean that aspect up. And it's really about selling old furniture that does not work in my home. I love the furniture, but it doesn't work. And it should be working in somebody else's home quite nicely instead of storing stuff that I also don't probably need in the garage. Anyway, so cleaning things up. So I typically I look at this as kind of like creating an irritation list. I don't know how many of you have done that before, but it's an easy, a really nice visualization where you could do this on your own. I'll just give you what you can do. But you close your eyes and you have a pen and paper ready and you put it right next to you. And when you close your eyes, you imagine yourself walking up to your whatever door you walk in. Some people walk in the garage doors, some people walk in front doors, some people walk in side doors, whatever door you walk through. And you just do a visual assessment through your sensory system. And what you do is you close your eyes and you make notes, mental notes. And if you want to do your house or your space in phases, you could do that. So you would walk through, close your eyes as if you're walking through whatever door you walk through, and then take mental notes of irritations. aspects. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be little things, it could be big things, it could be things that need to be moved, things that don't belong there. You do a mental jot down. So then you go through your front room and you jot down all the irritations just on the paper next to you. Then you go into the next room and the next room until you've gone through all the rooms in your space, in your living space. And you could break it down by closets or this or that, but basically you're writing all the irritations that are in your spaces. And you have this list. And then once you're done, you have this list, you go through this list and you look at it and you start to prioritize it. With, I like to do a multi-level prioritization, but basically I like to look at the list of all the irritations that I sensed in my space, which one is the most important? And I would do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And once you prioritize it, then you can start to whittle it down. And you basically use this irritation list. Like some people have a lot of irritations in their homes, and you use this list, and you don't have to get everything done all at once. Although I know some of you are really good at going forward and doing these things. But once you get all the irritations written down, you then prioritize them and you do a piece of this irritation list throughout the year. So maybe you do a piece every month or every quarter, however you like to look at your calendar. And then by the end of the year, your space will be completely revamped energetically, at least to your liking. And then it also addresses this heaviness of guilt that a lot of people have when they don't take care of their own space for whatever reason. Maybe they're out at work or they're out focused out somewhere else other than their home space. But your home space is like your sanctuary. So you want to make sure that all the irritations in the space, to the best of your ability, are addressed. Like for me, we have piles. I don't know what it is, but we have piles. And so once a month we go through and clear our piles, but the piles come back. So, there are norms in the house, but piles are a thing in our house. I don't know. Mine don't necessarily irritate me, but it's just stuff, right? It's just stuff. Anyways, do you use Facebook Marketplace? Kendall, thank you for that. I used to sell things on Facebook Marketplace, but I used to have really strange men always hitting on me. And so I've had to adjust how I use it, but I'm going to be selling this on Facebook Marketplace, yes. So thanks for that tip. It's a really beautiful piece of furniture. I wish I could make it work. I've tried to make it work and I can't. It just doesn't fit in this house, in this space. It worked really great for the time that I had it. And I think I've had it it's my favorite piece of furniture. So, but it's okay. I'm ready to let it go because I think somebody else can use it and make a good use of it. Anyhow, and they just don't make furniture like they used to. Now I sound like my mother. Anyhow, so you want to be cleaning things up and getting rid of them. Like even now, it's like close to Halloween. Everybody's got their Halloween stuff out. I have stuff from Halloween that I don't put out. So I need to get rid of it or throw it away. And so that's what I did last year. Anyway, so there's different ways of cleaning up. What did you say? Go get your husband to meet them. Oh yeah, I don't have any males come to the house without my husband here. That's something I started once he was my husband. I don't have men come to the house without him here. They don't come in the house at all. The gardeners might come or whatever, but they don't come in the house. Yeah. But I still like to be independent, Mick, and proactive and like do stuff on my own. But it's a different world, it's a different world. People are strange. They do strange things. And the marketplace is odd. And even that has changed. Like the algorithms, how they push things. I don't really get all that. Anyways, doing acts of kindness. How has that been going for you, Mick? So I think I'm going to say me putting this, selling this hutch would be a big act of kindness that my husband would appreciate. Because it takes up such a big part of the garage. And if we can move that out, we can shift the entire energy of the space, which is what we both want to do. It just hasn't been done. So I think I'm going to try and do that today. That's my thing. So today I'm getting measurements. So today just do what you can to do an assessment. I've already done my assessment. I just need to do action on my assessment. So anyhow, organizing is not my strong point. I organize other ways, but not things. I'm not good at organizing things. Some people are really good with space and putting things here or there. That's never been my thing. I never really was interested in that. Anyhow, we've been going on now for 20 minutes? And this week is going on our 3rd week of doing kindness acts every single day. One act of kindness for somebody in your family, friends. It doesn't matter. You can send a note. Just really get in the habit of connecting with your heart before you do the act of kindness. Anyways, what's new for you all? What's going on for you? What do you want to talk about? I do get very warm on these lives. Hey, is that Sean? I'm just kind by nature, so I'm just helpful, being nice to people. But organizing things, I have to work on that. Try that exercise, Mick, and see how it feels. Even just acknowledging the things and making the list takes the pressure off. You know? Anyways, well, I'm going to go back with my Sunday and enjoy my day. I hope you all enjoy your day. I am going to go do my measurements of that hutch, and I will keep you posted if it sells. All right, one act of kindness. That's going to be my act of kindness today. Love you guys. Have a great Sunday. Bye, Mick.